driving, you have to be very careful at Port Isabel, because the police do the enforcement here, and they're very hard on people speeding. And talking about the police, they're right there on the left-hand side. And we come up to the my wife wants to go to the Dollar Tree. There's Port Isabel police. They have someone stopped. And they put out cones along the highway. This is State Highway 100 here that we're intersecting with. And they put out cones because the traffic can get very bad. Every Friday and Saturday night, starting Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, they do a fireworks display. I forget the time. I think it's like 9:15 at night. Anyway, they do it, and it draws a lot of people down here. Okay, here's the town of Port Isabel. It's mostly, they have RV parks here, souvenirs stores, that sort of thing. They have a lighthouse here that's straight ahead, that used to be used for navigation here for the Gulf. And what they do now is they just did a renovation on it, redid the whole thing, and I forget what nights it is, but they have a night where they show movies. What they do is they project it onto the side of the lighthouse. There is a minimal fee to, if you want to go in the lighthouse and go to the top. I've done it before with my wife and my son. And sometimes in this park right over here on the left, they have on weekends where people sell their arts and crafts. Coming up on the bridge that takes you into South Padre Island, and like I said, there's the lighthouse on the left, and here's the bridge. And they have fishing boats that go out, either bay fishing or deep sea fishing. They have a lot of condominiums here. A lot of people from Mexico, they buy condominiums, they come on the weekends. You bringing up the sand from the bottom. Sometimes it's a blue-green here if it's not windy. Over on the left-hand side is where they shoot off the fireworks. They have a place called Louie's Backyard. It's a bar restaurant, and it pretty much takes place in front of there. A lot of people go there. Once you go over the causeway here, this is another place you have to be very careful with the speed limit, because the South Padre police, they do a lot of enforcement here. Once you get over the causeway, we make a right-hand turn. Now parking is $10 for the day, but I have a season pass, an annual pass, and that's $100, and you can go as many times as you want. Now it uses a RFID chip in a sticker that you put on your windshield. Mine is right over there, and if you need to replace the sticker is $5. They have a $5 charge, and if you need a replacement, it's got to be $5. And they have fishing piers here over on the right. You pay a fee, and we just passed by the office where you get the permit for the parking. And here is where you can, they have a marina here where you can park your boat. And they have boats for deep sea fishing and bay fishing. Now the reason why I get a permit is because sometimes the line is backed up all the way and people are struggling for money. What I do is I drive right in, and it opens, and I go. So if you live in the area, it pays off to have the RFID, because you just go right through. I'll go the long way around. I won't go through you can rent out spaces down here for your RV. A lot of people do it for the whole season. Now, most of the people down here for the summer are Texans. They have this. They put their camper here. They have it all summer. They'll either use it or they let your friends use it. And during the winter, we have what's called winter Texans. They come down, and it's mostly people from out of state that rent out the spaces. Now, they've been doing work down here. This is all new. They're building a building too. This is all new. So this wasn't like this before, and they're doing a lot of construction. What happened was they had a big decrease in the amount of people coming here because they let the place go. It was really in bad shape. But they started painting the facilities, putting new roofs on the facilities. And a lot of people go fishing here. Fishing is a big thing. I love to go too. Alright, so we're turning. Here's the beach here, and they have parking over on the side. Now, the speed limit, I think, is 10 miles an hour here, so you gotta be very careful. There's a lot of children. They'll just run right out, so go slow here. And this is the pavilion that we're going to. They have another one, and there's our parking space. Should I park up there or park here? Because they have one right by the white car. Yeah.